Hi, my name is Dr. Amanda Tennant, and I am the director of the Robinson Writing Center here at West Liberty University. The purpose of this presentation is to give you some information about the Writing Center, specifically relevant to the fall 2021 semester. So in this presentation, I'm going to give you some information on what the Writing Center does and what kind of services we offer. And then I'm going to show you how to sign up for an account with our Writing Center website and how to use our online platform for consultations. So to start, let's talk a little bit about what the Writing Center does. So the Writing Center here at West Liberty University offers free one-on-one consultations for all students in the university, and you'll be working with a trained writing consultant. These appointments are available to undergraduate students and graduate students at West Liberty, and they're available for any class that you're working, where you are working on writing. So it does not have to be an English class. You can come to see us for any course. So to give you a little bit more information, again, these are 30-minute sessions where you're working with a consultant either online or in person. So this semester we will be offering both options. We can offer you help at any stage in the writing process. So some examples of when you might come to the Writing Center. You can come to the Writing Center or visit us online when you are at the beginning of the writing process. So maybe your professor has given you a prompt, an assignment description, and you're getting started but not really sure how to get started. That would be a good time to come to the center. So we can help you with planning, with outlining, and even with helping you to understand the assignment better before you get started. We can also help in the middle of the writing process. So maybe you have a draft or you already have an outline. Maybe you've even gotten some feedback from a professor, but you need some help on developing that paper further. That would be a good time to come to the Writing Center. And then lastly, you can also come see us when you're closer to the end of the process. So maybe you have a paper, it's pretty much finished, but you want another set of eyes on it before you turn it in. That would also be a good time to come visit us at the Writing Center. So now I'm going to switch to screen sharing to show you how to create an account, an online account with the Robinson Writing Center. Now I'm going to show you how to visit our website and create an online account and how to set up an appointment using our online scheduling system. Then I'm going to show you how to use some of the features of our online consultation platform. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to type in this URL in your browser. And once you get to this home page, if you have not been to the Writing Center before, you want to click register for an account. So please use your West Liberty email address to create your account. And I also encourage you to write down your password so you will not forget. You will use this login information to access our scheduling website for the rest of your time at West Liberty. And the site will also ask you for some information about your year and your major, but you will only need to provide this information the first time that you log in. So if you do not yet have an account, I encourage you to pause this video and to click register for an account and finish doing so before we move on. So once you have finished creating your account, you should be directed back to this login page where you're going to type in your email address and password. And log in. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how you would go about signing up for an appointment. So I'm going to navigate to September 8th, which is the first day this semester we will be offering appointments. And you're going to click on a white box. The white box indicates an open appointment. So let's say I want to schedule an appointment with Alexis for 2 p.m. on Wednesday, September 8th. So once I click on that, I see our appointment form. So I'm just going to walk through a few things to take note of when filling out the appointment form. The first is that you have the option to work with the consultant face-to-face, which would be in the Robinson Writing Center located in L14 of the Elbin Library, or you can schedule the appointment for an online appointment. So let's say I'm going to work face-to-face. I'm just going to click here that no, I don't want to meet online. So next, the form asks you to describe the assignment that you are working on. So the overall thing to keep in mind when filling out this appointment form is that the more information that you can give us about the assignment you are working on and your goals for the appointment, the more productive the appointment is likely to be for you. So when you're describing your assignment, you can actually just copy and paste the assignment description into this box. So if your professor makes that available to you on Sakai, you can copy and paste. You can also attach at the end of the form. So if you have the assignment description as a PDF or a Word file, you could just write "See attached" here. Next, we're asking you to describe your goals for your appointment. So again, specificity is really helpful here. If you write something like "please help me" or "I'm really struggling," we don't really know what that means or how to plan specifically for the session, because most students who come to the writing center want some type of help with their writing. But if you can write something more specific, like "I'm having trouble developing a thesis statement for my paper," or "my professor has told me that I don't have enough evidence for my argument, but I'm not really sure how to find more evidence," that would be really helpful for our Writing Center consultants to know. Now, having said that, sometimes students come to us and they really don't have a sense of what they need to do to improve the paper, but they know that it needs to be improved. And in that case, you're welcome to write something more vague in this box, like "I just need help making this a stronger paper." That's fine. And in that case, the Writing Center consultant would read the writing and make some choices about what they think would make the writing stronger, and that's how they would structure the session. Okay, so the next boxes I think are pretty self-explanatory. We do ask you for this question: if you want the consultant to email a summary of your session to your instructor or advisor, you can have that summary emailed to anyone that you want. So it could be an academic coach or something like that. But here you would write yes and put the names of the person and their email address where you want us to send the client report form. And so what that form is, the summary that is sent to the person, is the client report form. And so at the end of every session, the student receives a client report form. So if you come to the Writing Center, you will receive a form that summarizes what you did in the session. It's not evaluative. It doesn't say this student was a really great listener or this was a really good paper. It just is a reminder of what was covered and what the consultant is recommending that you do to improve the paper. But again, that will be sent to you automatically, but you also have the option to send it to someone else. We won't send it to anyone else unless you let us know and fill out that part of the form. Okay. And then at the end of the form, you can attach a draft, an assignment description, anything else that you want us to see can be attached here. We do strongly encourage students to attach a draft if you are able to. So you don't have to have writing to come to the Writing Center. It's fine if you're just getting started. But if you do want feedback on a draft, we really encourage you to give it to us beforehand so that we can prepare and so that the consultant doesn't have to spend some of that 30 minutes reading your writing, that can just kind of hit the ground running. Okay, so you would click Create Appointment then to save the appointment. I'm just going to go ahead and click Close and go up here to this appointment, which I've already scheduled as a kind of practice example appointment. So once you have scheduled the appointment, the box should appear yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that box. And you can see where I've filled out that information already and attached my assignment description here and given some goals about wanting feedback on my thesis statement. Okay, so I have scheduled this as an online appointment because I want to use it to show you the features of our online consultation platform. So I'm going to click Start or Join Online Consultation to do so. Okay, so right now, I'm just going to walk you through some of the features of this online consultation platform. So in the top left here, you can see your video. So if you enable camera, I'm going to do this just for a second. Okay, this isn't working because I'm recording, but if I wasn't recording, I would be able to see my face here, and then I could enable my microphone as well. And then my consultant's face would be right here. So this is a video chat feature that allows us to chat with one another and discuss the writing. On the right hand of the screen, of the screen, you can see our chat feature. So here you can use text chat to communicate with your consultant. And so if something happened and the video didn't work or if your microphone didn't work, you could still talk together using this feature here. The white space in the center of the screen is where you and your consultant would work together on developing and revising your writing. So if you submit a draft before the appointment, the consultant will copy and paste your writing into this screen. And you can see as I'm typing that the screen actually color codes what the student is typing and what the consultant is typing. And all of this is saved in this platform after you complete the session. So you can go back and look at what you did together with the consultant after the consultation is finished. So I also copy and pasted my thesis into the whiteboard in preparation for the start of my appointment. So that's something that you can do as well. And then you can clear the color codes with this button here, and that will take off the color. So you could do that after the appointment was finished as well if you wanted to. And the last thing that I want to show you is this screen sharing feature, which is something that is new for the fall 2021 semester. So if you click this button to start screen sharing, you can select to share your entire screen or a window. So I'm going to share my assignment description. And so now my consultant can see this, and I will show you how that works. Instead of seeing my face in this video here, the consultant is now seeing the screen that I am sharing. And so I can pull this out, and the consultant could do this as well, to be able to see the assignment description so that we can look at it together. Okay, so that's a summary of the overall features of our online platform. One additional thing to note is that you can also download what we call the whiteboard, which is what appears right here, smaller, by clicking on the opposite arrows here. And this allows you to export the white pad in multiple different forms. So you can turn what you work on together with the consultant into a Microsoft Word or a PDF. So those are the basic features of our online consultation system. So thank you for watching this video, and please make an appointment soon, and we look forward to helping you with writing this semester. Thank you.